Hello, welcome to the Soulprint weekly Pick Your Crystal readings. This is for the week October 16th through the 22nd. Alrighty, let's get started, shall we? Thank you so much for being here, first of all. To new subscribers, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to join new people to the Soulprint experience. Okay, so we're starting off with Citrine. It's sort of a whitey, milky, goldy color, Citrine. We're going to call it. This is purple. We're simply calling this one purple. And this is Moonstone. And it sort of has that milky, kind of creamy look to it. So take a moment, see which crystal or crystals resonate with you. And let's get started, shall we? Let's start with this beautiful citrine. Five of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and Four of Wands. Alrighty. These are kind of cool cards to get together. So, the Five of Wands is kind of about, it's like disagreements, it's like arguments, it's like friction or stress or tension. It's not the world's going to blow up or a relationship's going to implode. It's just that kind of static, that can happen between people, situations, etc. So this is the energy that is sort of being dealt with right now, where you are just coming out of that, or heaven forbid, you're just kind of going into that time frame where there just seems to be that energy of just static. Things aren't coming together. Maybe you're playing telephone tag with somebody. Maybe there's just connections. Words are getting, communications are getting lost. People are mistaking or, misunderstanding what you're hearing, what they're hearing from you, or vice versa. Or there could just be like petty arguments going on. That's okay. That is okay. Because it's followed by the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Four of Wands. So amazing, lovely energy. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune really is about good fortune coming for you. Empress is about expansion and growth. And the Four of Wands is about, family, community, celebrations, a coming together. So what we have here is a situation where there seems to be a little bit of volatility. Now, whether, heck, you could be planning a wedding, you could be planning an anniversary or a birthday party, some sort of an event, and it just feels like there might be a few too many cooks in the kitchen or a few too many people who have opinions. But there is definitely some stress or some tension going on about a gathering or a get together or something that is trying to be, pulled together. The Wheel of Fortune is sort of reminding you that, literally good luck can happen, things can fall into place. And sometimes that friction or that static actually, in and of itself, creates a good fortune because you come up with a different way of doing things or a new way of looking at something, or somebody else's idea, frankly, is just a wee bit better than your idea. Okay, but it's a coming together of good fortune, good luck. Happiness is sort of smiling on you and this situation. The Empress is about, expansion, growth, springtime, birth, abundance in all ways, shapes, and forms. And so there will be a sense of abundance, a sense of blessing coming from the situation as it sort of moves through its steps and stages, and culminating really with some sort of a celebration, some sort of a sense of community coming together, a sense of kind of happiness and just completeness. It can be, a stability. It can be, sometimes it's just about holiday plans, okay? So again, if that's the case, let's just use a holiday as an example. Things aren't coming together. Maybe you and the people you're going to traveling with aren't quite seeing things through the same lenses, but something comes along that really does create a wheel of fortune for you. Maybe the very trip you're planning, there's some sort of a sale or promotion on the tickets or the accommodations. That creates this abundance that allows you to do more, see more, expand your itinerary. And this then creates a happy holiday where everybody's on the same page. There's a sense of, stability and joy and celebration, as an example. So that example really sort of tells the story, right? It is about moving from a time of, just minor stress, minor aggravation, looking for the good fortune, looking for the blessings, and knowing that they're coming, knowing that that abundance is on its way to you, and that ultimately creates sort of an end result that is very satisfactory, that is very loving and gentle, and it's celebratory, and it's exactly what you have been looking for and what you need. Okay? So that really sort of feels like an exciting, kind of coming together, celebrations, that kind of thing, and that's always nice to have happen, indeed. Okay, we're starting with Judgment. This is for the purple crystal, starting with Judgment. Knight of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Cups. Alrighty, so sometimes when we see the Judgment card, we kind of panic, right? And we think, oh no, something's going to be bad. I'm going to get judged. It's not going to go well. But very, very often, the Judgment card really is about good news. It's about a karmic reward. It's about a blessing coming forward. It can be about, receiving a judgment that is in your benefit, that, and a judgment can be anything from, your loan got approved, to you got the job, to I think you're the bestest person I've ever known in my whole world. Okay. But it's not about negative things. And when judgment comes along, there is really a karmic energy to it. And so sometimes, we end up with these amazing blessings or abundance in our life. And honestly, we're kind of not sure what we even did to deserve them or how they sort of managed to make their way into our world. Well, that is the action of karma. That is things that are divinely inspired, things that are something that we receive as a result of our actions or our thoughts. So the Judgment card, particularly with these cards, is really lovely. It is sort of expect some good news, because there's definitely some good news coming. And it certainly looks like the kind of news that you've been waiting for or wanting to receive. The Knight of Wands is bringing that news forward. So there is going to be some action, some movement forward. And again, sometimes the Knight of Wands is about, changing residences or something going on within the home. Sometimes it is about a journey or traveling. But whatever it is sort of an energy of a new beginning, a new start. So perhaps whatever the judgment is going to create for you the ability to get moving forward on something that you have been wanting to do or accomplish. The Sun follows, which is, amazing, right? Because the Sun is about, ultimate success. It is about joy and happiness, fulfillment, accomplishment. It is about love. It is about safety. It is about security. It is about all those things that we deem wonderful and important and magical in our world. That's what the Sun represents, that ultimately coming together of sort of all the elements of your life and putting you in a really, really great place. And we end with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has been coming up a lot lately in the readings over the last couple of weeks. And so once again, I'm going to tell you what the Nine of Cups represents. It is about dreaming big. It is about not shortchanging yourself, not settling for less. I always say the Nine of Cups reminds you to dream big because you're going to get more if you dream than if you don't dream at all. So if you're going to dream, you may as well dream big. It also talks, the Nine of Cups sort of has an energy of manifestation to it. It's about creating or making the dreams you want, to bring them forward, to have them be part of your future. Manifestation is, my definition, confident expectation realized. Okay? You have an expectation. You're going to be very confident that that is going to be achieved. And ultimately, it is realized. Okay? So, expectation, confidence of its success, realization of the goal completed. That is the Nine of Cups. So I don't know what all this applies to in your life. Lucky you people who chose the purple crystal, because this is a really wonderful feeling and a really wonderful energy. This is about finally something coming through, something going forward in a way that is very, very fortunate for you. It starts movement, it starts new beginnings, it starts new energy, and there is that sense of happiness and completeness that comes from it. And the reminder to always, you know, look for the best, and that the best is what comes. Okay, fabulous. You guys, looks like you're going to have a really lovely week ahead, or time going forward ahead. All right, and the Moonstone. Let's take a look at that. Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the High Priestess. Okay. So the Four of Wands, or the Four of Swords, very often we tend to think of it as a card where we have gone into a period of rest or recovery. Perhaps we have not been feeling it well. Perhaps we are experiencing, kind of a bout of ill health. Sometimes it is simply about needing to take the time to just reflect, just go still and quiet. But there's definitely a feeling of contemplation with this card, having the time and the space to actually contemplate, to review things, to evaluate. With that, or as a result of that, you have the Ace of Wands coming forward, which is about new beginnings. It's about actions. It's about growth, ambition, new ideas, just a sort of a coming alive sort of energy. It's a fiery energy. It's a let's get this thing moving, let's get this thing going forward kind of energy. The Page of Cups, frankly, always brings good news, literally. The Page of Cups brings you happy tidings, all right? And the High Priestess really is about knowing yourself. It's about turning inward. Sometimes it's about looking at your secrets. Sometimes it's about just coming to a better or deeper understanding of yourself. Sometimes it's about finding clarity of things that are within you that you need to find that sense of clarity with, so that you can kind of put things to rest and move forward. So the story this card is telling, these cards are telling, literally is there is a period that you are going through, have just ended, or will be entering, that is about rest. It is about relaxation. It is about taking the time for yourself. It is about quiet contemplation, reflection. And that reflection, that time is really, really important and vital, because honestly, this rest is going to be what brings the energy to recharge or to fire up the Ace of Wands. All right. You can't you can't fire up the Ace of Wands if you're on empty. Okay, so there's definitely a need for some downtime, some taking care of yourself time. And whatever this new idea, new way of doing things, new outlook, it's a good thing. It brings good news, it brings happy news. Listen, this could be something as simple as I'm not feeling well, I'm sluggish, maybe I need to take more vitamins, maybe I need to go on a diet. Okay, well, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do to accomplish that goal. This is the things I'm going to start doing that are new or different. Wow, look at this. I've got good results. Good news is coming as a result of the changes I've made, as a result of the contemplation. High Priestess, now I know myself better. I recognize myself more. I have more clarity, and maybe I even finally, at the end of the journey, have more clarity about what it was that created the situation where I ultimately needed rest and relaxation and and reflection. Maybe I was trying to burn the candle at both ends. Maybe I was trying to do too much and not taking care of myself. So again, this is, the cards are telling a very definite, um, or they're creating a very definite imprint or image. This is about taking the time, slowing down, feeling re-energized, feeling recharged, being ready to start moving again. Good news coming as a result of that, and an understanding, a clarity and awareness of the pattern and the cycle. The High Priestess is always about getting to know yourself better, intuitively, instinctively, spiritually, physically. Sometimes it's about keeping things private that need to be private. Sometimes it's about sharing private things that don't need to be private. But this is really about a healing. Okay, this is about moving forward in a way that maximizes your life force and your life energy and allows you to accomplish something really wonderful, and nurturing and successful as you go forward. Okay, wonderful. All right, so thank you ever so much for being here at the Soulprint Pick Your Crystal Weekly Reading. I wish you a joyful and insightful and successful week ahead. I'll see you here next week. Bye bye.